In the white, Gabriel Sousa of ZR team. In the blue gi, Shane Jamil Hill-Taylor of Team Lloyd Irvin. Pulling guard there. And you know what, Gabriel Sousa, he had some of the gutsiest performances all weekend. And to be honest, that's his style. That's how he always fights. He always comes out here with a ferocity when he competes.
One thing that we see, which is really cool, is the chemistry between him and Diego in his corner. The other way around too, when Diego's competing, but such an amped up energy between the both of them and the support they have for each other, and just such belief in not only each other but themselves. So you see him, he's talking during his match to himself, to his corner. He's shaking his head all the time. He's bouncing around, and just. Man, a lot of times, again, it's not usually about who has the best jiu-jitsu. It's who can show up and perform the best on that day, and your mentality and your energy has a lot to do with the way you perform. So, whoa, big
lasso sweep. To be expected from Shane Jamil Hill-Taylor, the lasso expert.
It's looking like he was going to be in some dynamic passing, but instead a little bit entangled up here in the legs. But
they are entangled, but he should be able to get the points here for the sweep. Yes, he does. Almost gets around into the top position, but manages to catch a leg, does Gabriel Sousa.
Big pass attempt coming here.
Oh, he's going to wrestle up.
But Gabriel Sousa, yep.
He's so good at wrestling up, and he does that, but Jamil flips him with the Kimura grip.
Same position that Isaac Dorlin had him in twice earlier today, but neither times was he ever really in serious danger.
Oh, so he goes for the crucifix.
He is very comfortable here. Weirdly enough, right? Weirdly enough, for him in particular, very comfortable here.
This is a position that while many other people would be absolutely done for, that Gabriel Sousa quite often has to fight this out of this position. Just the nature of his wrestling kind of style, he puts himself in this position sometimes. But the difference here is this handcuff grip with the lapel of that far arm. Shane Jamil Hill-Taylor has stapled that limb to the body with that lapel grip. A very clever grip.
Yeah,
but
a clever grip,
but half at the same time.
Exactly. I was gonna say, very clever grip, but then just like we talked about, earlier with Gustavo Batista's final with Adam Warzinski, it's not a safe position to be hanging out on top in that deep half position because you're so unbalanced. But we do see now settling into the hips just a little bit.
More of a traditional half guard position here. Now Jamil backs up a touch, so knee shield.
Yeah, beautiful guard recovery by Sousa. Back into this deep half again, but the foot almost out, not quite.
His hands are free at least. That's the main thing, is that handcuff grip was so limiting.
Beautiful footwork with his left leg. That left leg coming inside. He's creating this momentum to the left. It's interesting where he looks like he's almost in mount, but it was actually almost a sweep.
Yeah, he's got the hook in. You can see here, kind of like a modified waiter sweep almost.
Yeah, he off-balanced him very, very well. So we don't have that hand staple grip anymore, but Shane Jamil Hill does have access to his left hand as a nice base to post. You may start to see him sprawl back that left leg a little bit if he can to start to separate that deep underhook that Sousa has on the leg for the deep half. He has a lapel now too, Sousa does, with that right hand underhooking the leg and attached to the lapel, so kind of locking that grip in. Makes it very difficult to sprawl that leg back.
Very difficult position for both men, actually, because Jamil has to be careful in trying to escape from this position, not giving Sousa the opportunity to come up, but at the same time, not exactly an optimal position to create leverage and sweep from for Sousa. Oh, there we see stepping around. Jamil could get top position here. Yes, he does. He has made chest-to-chest contact.
There should be a three-point here any second, but no, because Sousa is out. And there's a back attack here, but he's too high. He's going to fall off the back. Gi almost off.
Sousa's ability to defend the guard pass by bridging out, and
I really love seeing
almost giving his back. But the thing is, Jamil just a little too high, even with the grips.
Well, a little too high, and he didn't have a hook, and he didn't have a double unders. He went for more of a steep belt, which is easy to fall off the back. If you have double unders, at least you have the security of being under both armpits. But what I find so interesting here is Sousa is not worried at all. He looks at Diego, they're talking, they have their chemistry going. stone cold and ready to be back in the action.
Okay, now I like that. I like the way that Jamil catches the
Another
lapel,
close guard jump.
draws Sousa in closer to him, and then ties him up in this close guard. Because to be honest, somebody as dynamic as Gabriel Sousa, it seems like a smart strategy. Yeah, you got to slow him down because you give him even a tiny fraction of space and he's out. And I can't believe that Sousa was able to defend that guard pass. It looked like Jamil had him completely settled down in the side control, and he bridged, he turned, he went away, and he denied Jamil any points. And if I'm not wrong,
it's pretty wild all that just happened in that 20 seconds.
Yeah, still
and was awarded advantages. You know, it's pretty wild to see that.
Oh, that lasso though from Hill Taylor.
It is so strong. And then on the Deliva on the other side, just creating so much unbalance on both sides of Sousa's base. But with that deep underhook grip on Sousa's right-hand side, he's able to elevate the hips of Shane and really deny the lasso position.
You know, we've talked about this before, but if you look, there's a patch on the back of Shane Hill Taylor written the Lasso Syndicate. If you search that, that is his group where he shares his ongoing work in developing techniques from the lasso position. And so, anybody who's seen Jamil's guard work,
big hip lifts.
His technique and his creativity and his innovative kind of approach to the guard is definitely something different. It's special.
Well, I think Sousa's attempt to go double unders here is a very, very smart answer for that lasso guard, because when he went double unders, he wasn't able to swim those feet inside. Now we're back to that spider lasso, and it really slows Sousa down. Whoa!
Easy tilt sweep from the lasso.
But not going to
Jamil
score
not rushing
yet.
to come up on top. There he goes. Slowly takes his lasso out and then comes up into a standing position. 4-0 now for Jamil Hill Taylor.
I wonder if Sousa there was okay with being on bottom, because you know that he fights like crazy to escape any scores. And he kind of just was ready to settle into his guard, it seemed like.
Yeah, good point.
So now we have but now, you know, we are in a 4-0 lead here for Shane Jamil Hill.
About 3.5 minutes remaining in this match. Jamil does have an advantage as well. Still, I don't think that Gabriel Sousa will quit trying, will quit
never.
fighting until the final whistle.
Absolutely not. Yeah, we're going to see some big attacks, maybe some wrestle-ups possibly.
Right?
No. And besides...
Oh, look at that ball. The timing of that.
I see a big knee slice again here. If he can punch over that the leg on his left side, Gabriel's right leg. But now the lapel's becoming involved, so it's going to be very difficult to stomp that leg down.
Shane Jamil Hill Taylor, the 2018 IBJJF black belt world champion. One of the few Americans to have able to capture that title in the men's black belt divisions. The first African-American to win an IBJJF world title.
Beautiful.
Look at this, omoplata attack. Omoplata attack
the way up to the standing position.
Sousa.
Shane Jamil Hill looking very comfortable here.
Yeah, Jamil stands up and is attempting to posture out of it, but the way that Sousa threw that up out of nowhere, like we said, goes to show that you cannot count this guy out until the very end of the match, and he may score a sweep from here.
He scores two, but now,
he
does not.
Yet. He needs to establish position. He's managed to hit the reversal, but unless he comes out on top and wins this sequence, he will not get any points for it except this quick advantage.
He gets an advantage. He may come on top here still. And now looks like he will be settling into this top position here. And he is awarded the 2 points.
Gets 2 points. Now it's 4-2.
Gonna look for a toe hold here on the backhand side.
Four points to 2. And 1 minute 40 seconds remaining for Gabriel Sousa.
I think we're going to see some big attacks on the feet here from Gabriel Sousa.
He's got a very small window to which to overcome that deficit, because Shane Jamil Hill Taylor's lead is just, right now, very comfortable. Because even though it's only 2 points, you have to think scoring 2 points against somebody like Jamil is so difficult.
Well, especially...
It might as well be a 10-point lead.
Right. Especially with Sousa in the top position. It's not like he can come up for a sweep. He's already on top, right? So 4-2, he's going to be looking for some submission attempts here if I I'm not mistaken. He was a little bit looking for those toe holds here, but Shane Jamil Hill is doing such a good job keeping his feet in the right position. Diego in Sousa's corner urging him to attack this foot on Gabriel's right side. And it looked like he is going to do so, but with Shane's grip on the left-hand side of Gabriel's right leg, he's not able to put any pressure on the hip that he needs to get the extension that he needs for the foot lock, for example.
Now he has an Achilles lock.
He does, but he's not able to put the right foot on the hip, so it's very, very hard to get that extension because of Shane's grip with the left hand. So he maintains the top position, but he does need 2 points to score here. And there's only about 30 seconds left remaining.
Come to the podium.
Jamil Hill Taylor, a little elevation there, trying to disrupt the base. Big back step there from Gabriel Sousa. Almost into the top
a passing position. Really,
Stiff
really
arm.
running through those legs. Again,
Gets an
underneath the other
advantage,
side.
though. Stiff
Such
arm
short
defense.
time.
And there is the
Wow.
end of the match. The final score. The winner is Shane Jamil Hill Taylor, 4 points to 2. An incredible match. Fighting through to the very end was Gabriel Sousa, but was unable to overcome that points deficit. But my word, what heart! But the clinical technique from IBJJF Pan champion here in Florida, Shane Jamil Hill Taylor, taking his first Pan gold medal as a black belt.
Beautiful. And beautiful too to see, Gabriel Sousa's attitude, smiling, clapping at the end.
Yeah.
Of course, no one wants to lose, but I think he was very pleased with his performance. He knew he gave everything he had, and it was such an exciting fight for the fans. And just circling back to thinking about a couple minutes ago, Shane Jamil Hill had a crucifix, jumped on his back, almost past his guard, very, very close to passing.
Yes,
and
look
such
at
dynamic
some of those
movement.
moments actually, because this was that moment there, as you said, the
Right
Kimura
into the
flip,
crucifix.
almost getting into the top position. I still don't
This
believe how
pass
he
was
was able
so
to
close.
escape from that guard pass.
Yeah, that was very close. And then the jump on the back.
omoplata.
Big omoplata. Beautiful performance by both.
Well, we go over now to the podium for the medal ceremony.
And I imagine
was
we're
a,
going to see that
man,
many more times.
This was a stacked podium, I have to say. If you look at the men on this podium,